one day where you're not doing too much, you're not at a graduation or at a wedding, but how one simple day can kind of change your life forever and people's lives around you. So that's what I Will Follow is about. My character's name is Raven. Raven's your everyday 16-year-old, a little bit trendy, cool, chill, not too, too worried about too many things. But weirdly enough, he has another side to him. He has a little bit of an intellect and a little bit of a mysteriousness that people aren't really sure about. I think that you would see some different colors from him. He would say some things that might blow your mind, or would give you some emotions that you didn't think most 16-year-olds would exude. Sally as May. For one, I just want to say Sally is hilarious. For anyone who doesn't know her, in real life, she is hilarious. So definitely from the moment we started rehearsing, I was dying laughing. What's made it so much easier to do, our scenes, because most of our scenes are together. So May is definitely the cool aunt. That really cool aunt that you look forward to hanging out with and going to see. In the beginning, I don't really know her as much because, or you don't know, there's some conflict going on, so I'm just kind of being introduced to who May's character is. But I discovered that she's funny, she doesn't take herself too seriously at all. And she's kind of just like my character, she's independent and she's free and she's driven. And at the same time, she's really loving and compassionate, and she cares about the people around her, but sometimes has a hard way of showing it. She definitely has that exterior, solid backbone, to where she can be the backbone of her man or her husband, or the backbone of her family. She's flexible in a way that suits the relationship. And in a way with my character, that suits our relationship because I'm trying to be like her, or trying to discover who she is or who my grandmother is, so that I can emulate the success. Sometimes she can't put her emotions on her sleeve. She doesn't want to be seen as weak. So she'd rather leave or be absent from a situation rather than appear as though someone who doesn't have it all together, or someone who's not, living on top of the world with the 3 kids and a new husband and the perfect makeup and perfect hair and perfect wardrobe. So I think she's a lot of women, not just a lot of black women, but she's a lot of women today who are trying to juggle the whole world on their shoulder, and at the same time, find some time for them and find if they're okay. Is it okay with them to be this to him and this to her and still be, be friends? So that's what Nicole definitely exuded and brought to the character, was those different colors and angles, to where you kind of felt for her. You might have thought she was the B word a little bit, but then she brought it back to where you were like, you know what? I see her struggle and I see her fight, and I respect that. She's amazing. She's such a humble person in a sweet spirit, and she has this light about her. It's a pleasure to work with her every day because she's so giving of her opinion and so giving of her thoughts, but she's also so free. She kind of gives you the character and lets the character become you, She asks you your opinion. She asks you, what do you think he's doing here? What do you think he's thinking? What's your motivation? She'll give her input. If she likes something, she'll tell you, I love it, we got it. With a huge smile on her face, she'll come out clapping, and just with such joy that she's genuinely happy, which gives you that joy and that confidence, like, wow, okay, at least I'm making her happy. But at the same time, she's business. You don't want to cross her, She knows what she's doing and she knows what she wants, And let something not go right, and let there be someone, what was it? There was someone picking up on the side of the house when they were shooting. They sent a PA, and the PA was like, can you please stop? And the guy was like, no, I'm not stopping. It's going to take me 10 minutes. And then they were like, Ava, he said he's not stopping. Ava was like, go tell him it's going to take us 5 minutes, please. Give us some time. They went back, and they were like, nah, he's not stopping. So then Ava went. She came back 2 minutes later. We had 15 minutes. Let's go. We were like, okay, a boss woman went out there and was like, y'all going to have to stop, And they were like, okay. So then we got our time. So I was like, okay, she ain't no joke, she's smiling and sweet and humble, but let's mess with her baby, she's coming for him like a claw, So it's been a great experience. I can't even fathom it in words, because you look forward to seeing her, you look forward to interacting with her. It's not a separated endeavor to where, you know, the actors are right here, or the production's right here, and the crew's right here, and the director's right here. It's like a family, you know, and it definitely has that family atmosphere to where you feel like, you know, you trust her, and you trust her eye and her vision to make this beautiful story come to life, you know. Here, the first day I got here was so chill. Beautiful scenery, away from the world, you know, so I felt like I was like on vacation. So it was like, in a busy schedule where you always have meetings or interviews or shooting, being able to come to work here was like a vacation and relaxing, and like, I get to do what I love and have a whole different tone and a whole different kind of storyline and character and development, but still be able to, you know, take in the scenery and take in the world around me, you know. So I was like blessed to be able to come on as my first starring role in a movie and have it be such a great experience, you know, because so many times you get caught up in the hype of Hollywood or the hype of the production, and you lose the story, and you lose the truth, and you lose the originality to what you're doing, and that love you have for the craft and for acting and for just being able to be on set and it come to life on screen for people to see and to be affected by. I feel honored for this to be, in 20 years, me to be like, you know, I Will Follow was a great experience, you know, and for me to have to hold my next films to that same expectation, you know. I feel like many people can't do that. So it's like bittersweet, you know, because it's like you love being on a TV show that's a hit and critically acclaimed, and to where you love the characters and you love the writing and you love everything, and it's crazy scheduling, but then you also love to be able to relax and to chill and to really sit into a scene and to have that time to ask for another take or to ask to do it again. It's just crazy. I can't even like really, it's kind of mind-boggling because it's like a dream come true, really. People always ask me, what kind of career do you want? And I'm like, I want the commerciality and the bankability of Will Smith with the heaviness and the depth of Denzel Washington with the variety of characters as Meryl Streep. So it's like a very, very different career, you know. I would love to have that commercial career where you can bank on me, but I would also love really gritty, truth-telling indies, you know, that change people's lives forever. That might not make like millions and millions of dollars, but they're kind of films that you'll have in your lifetime that will affect you, and that you'll always have in your cupboard to watch, you know, or to show your kids, or have you heard about this? So I see a lot of stuff for myself. I see the sky being the limit. You might hear an album from me. I'm sure you'll see me everywhere, hopefully, you know, on the big screen, on the small screen, in magazines. Whatever God has for me, you know, I'm putting no limits, and I'm not letting my plan be the plan, but His plan be the plan, so.